card still a challenge? Won't be after watching this video, because this video is not only going to provide you with the tips and techniques to crack your cue card for band 8, however, it is also going to talk about how to prepare your content for cue card and from where to prepare it. Do watch my video till the end and do not forget to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Vidhi, a certified IELTS coach, and after getting a bonza response for my speaking part 1 tips and techniques video, I'm all here to share my tips and techniques for IELTS speaking part 2. That's your cue card. For all those who haven't watched my IELTS speaking part 1 video yet, all you need to do is to just go to the description box, click on the link given there and watch it out. Well, coming back to my IELTS part 2, that's the cue card. Before I go on to the tips and techniques, we need to understand what basically is cue card and what you are expected to do for your IELTS part 2. For IELTS speaking section of your IELTS exam, you are given 1 minute to prepare for a specific topic by your examiner. In that 1 minute, you have to look at the question and the given tangents below. Prepare for what do you have to speak for next 2 minutes at length. Well, the quintessential part is that all the tangents given in the cue card should be covered very nicely, precisely, and given almost equal importance. Let's understand the structure of the sentence to be used for IELTS speaking part 2 cue card. Well, if I talk about the structure, you all need to do is to focus on the functional English language. What is functional English language? Functional English language means that you should be able to use the language of how to give your own opinions, how to state the opinions of others, how to quote examples, how to present your contrasting views, evaluating someone else's opinion, talking about cause and effect, and also talking about hypothetical situations. For example, you have a cue card stating, describe a teacher who has influenced you in your education, and the tangents given below are, you should say where you met him or her, what subject she or he taught you, what was special about him or her, and explain how this person or teacher has influenced you in your education so much. Well, in that 1 minute, you have to think about the ideas you have to present for next 2 minutes using the functional English language. Let's see how could you present your ideas using the functional English language. For example, you could start by saying, I would like to tell you about. Instead of directly saying, my favorite teacher is or was Miss Smith. You could use the functional English language in order to be more presentable. I would like to mention about a teacher. So I would like to. So you are stating your own opinion. Another example of the functional English language you could use in this particular cue card is when you're mentioning about which subject he or she taught you. Instead of saying directly, she used to teach us geography and mathematics, you could use the functional English language or a phrase like, if I remember correctly, or if my memory serves me right, she used to teach us geography and mathematics. So my tip here is make use of a lot of functional English language when you're speaking about part 2 and of course your part 3, but of course in this video we're talking about only part 2. Another example of this particular language when you're talking about Why do you like him or her so much? You could start it by saying, I liked him or her for two major reasons. Then use the connectors, firstly and secondly. So all in all, I want to say that yes, when you are presenting your cue card for 2 minutes, do not directly jump onto the answer. However, use a variety of functional English language by stating your opinions, by giving reasons, by even you could use a hypothetical situation. I wish. Something like that. So that amalgamation is going to give you a sentence variety and you are going to fetch band 8 at least. The main strategy of cracking your IELTS Part 2 cue card is PPF, where the acronym PPF stands for past, present and future. So you have to ensure that you start your conversation with mentioning some of the incidents or memories of the past. For example, you could mention it by saying, during my childhood, I was a keen and an ardent reader. So that means that since your childhood, you have been reading a lot of books. So such phrases are going to mention that yes, you know how to start the conversation using the PPF strategy. Talking about the past incidents or memories when starting your conversation is really important because that gives the examiner a clear picture about the background information you're going to present, and then using the connectors efficiently and efficaciously, moving on to your present tangents which you have to talk about. For example, if you have to talk about describe a book you have recently read and what made you quite interested in that particular book. So you could start it by using the past memories by mentioning that since my childhood, I've been an ardent reader. However, now I have recently read a book named. So, taking the past, connecting it by using the connector, however, nevertheless, additionally, as far as the present condition is concerned, you could just make a transition, a very smooth transition from your past to your present. Similarly goes describing the tangents with the functional English language and again taking a very smooth transition to your future. For example, you could end your conversation by mentioning, well, in near future, if I get time, I would like to read, name the book that you would really like to read. Or it could be even hypothetical. For example, I could say I would really like to read The Enchantress of Florence by Salman Rushdie. Yes, but there's again a but. You have to complete the entire strategy in 2 minutes time. So just divide 15 seconds for your past, the first 15 seconds, the last 15 seconds for your future, and you have ample time to cover the tangents using the functional English language for your present. Yes, and remember, if you use the strategy in an appropriate way, you are really going to benefit a lot, and I'm sure you would get band 8 at least, or even above that. Do not forget to mention me in the comment section how good you found my strategies to be. But yes, after implementing them. For the beginners, I have also mentioned which all podcasts and the sites you can refer to when you are preparing for your content for part 2. Yes, because unless and until you have good content with you, you'll not be able to use all these strategies and tips. The first and the foremost step is to prepare your content, and from where to prepare, all those authentic websites and podcasts have been mentioned in the description box. Well, prepare your content, use my tips and techniques, and then mention to me in the comment section, did those techniques help you out? And if you want me to prepare a video of your own choice regarding any of the 4 modules of IELTS test, do mention to me in the comment section. Well, do not forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel, as I am releasing my video on IELTS speaking part 3 very soon.